YouTube, hello. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I am just leaving a undisclosed area that I was gonna try to record at, but it seems like it was a public pool, so I didn't have much luck trying to record my intro there. So I said, you know what, and it's a bit crowded, it is rush hour, so traffic is all over the place at the moment, but I figured I wanted to put out a video for you guys to, let me get out of this guy's way, go if you're trying to get over, a video to, you know, talk to you guys about the 2025 GR86 and a little bit about, you know, what Toyota is. Boy, they got a lot going on right now if you guys haven't been following them as of late. So first things first, before we get to the 86, they did announce the MR2, which we've seen concepts of a year ago at the Tokyo Auto Salon, which 9 times out of 10 what you saw there is not going to look like that. It's definitely going to be a little bit more fine-tuned and look a little bit different from that product that we saw at the car show. They also announced, which we haven't seen yet, the Celica is coming back, which I was a big fan of growing up, and a lot of people, obviously the reputation, which is funny, I think it has a stronger reputation now than it did back in the 90s, because a lot of people thought that the Celica was like a female's car, which it was a performance sports car. So, you know, kind of weird. I mean, again, I wasn't driving too much at that point in time when I was growing up, you know, idolizing the Celica. I knew what it could do and what it was capable of, but obviously I was quite young and I wasn't really driving that much, and I didn't own one. Although I did have a friend's parent who had a Celica, and they had the GT4, which is the most popular Celica to date, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. I believe the GT4 with the 4 separate headlights, that one is the one that's still garnering upwards to 30 grand. So, you know, they brought they're bringing back the Celica, which will most likely look, as far as what I see in the renders, it looks like a Prius / Corolla front end, and then like a GR86 back end. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, the Prius now, as you guys know, doesn't even look ugly. So I can honestly say that if the Celica looks anything like that, it's gonna look pretty good. And have an all-wheel drive, at least I don't have to think about if they're gonna get rid of the 86 or not, just because it offers 2 different you know, 2 different drivetrains. So that's good for me, but it leaves an outlier out of, you know, something that's very obvious and to me right now, is that the Toyota Supra most likely won't be in production after this year. I just don't see Toyota, I don't see them going all in on a Supra when they're gonna put all their focus on reviving a couple of brands that haven't been around, you know, in so long. I honestly think that they're gonna put all their focus on those cars, as well as remaking the GR86 for 2026. So and with the sales, if you guys haven't seen, with the sales declining rapidly actually on the Toyota Supra, which honestly I blame the dealers more than Toyota, just due to the fact that they are marking them up 10 grand when you want a manual, and the 2-liter is now dead. So, you know, the only option now is the 3-liter, which is 50 grand. And if you can't get the manual for 55 or below, then it kind of makes it very difficult to justify the price, just due to, you know, other options you may have with that much money. So, but yeah, that's just my bit on on those. I think the Celica and the MR2 is going to take up too much resources for them to keep the Supra alive, and they can justify killing it off just due to the sheer number of sales that they're getting. So that's just my opinion and my tidbit on what's going to happen with that car. But as far as the 2025 Hakone Edition GR86, I'll briefly go over the details on what's changed and give you my opinion whether you should get that one or get a used 86. And if you've seen my videos before, you're probably gonna know where I'm gonna go with this answer. So the Hakone Edition, it is basically a throwback to the previous generation 86 and BRZ, well, just the 86, from 2013 to 2020. I think that was the generation, the first gen, basically 86, well, second gen technically, that has the green, the emerald green, which again, that green looks good. That green, and like, I never thought green and gold went very well until I saw it on the Miata. And I believe the NA had a green, like with the tannish, goldish color. And then it turns out that Toyota did, you know, copied pretty much and did the same thing with the British green thing going on, and with the gold wheels. That actually looks really good, and I'll go into detail. Basically, long story short, it is a premium trim with different accents, like as far as coloring. They didn't do anything with the mattes I didn't see. Again, I kind of wish, I guess a side note would be, you know, having those Japanese mattes, those red ones. I mean, seems like we'll never get those, but they didn't do anything special with the mattes or anything like that. They just color coded the seats, and they color coded the seats, and then, you know, gave you some cool, I believe those are 18-inch gold rims. So, and then they give you the embroidery on the side of the door panel, you know, saying Hakone Edition or something along those lines, which again is cool, but no big changes. And I don't think they were trying to make any big changes, just due to their future plans with the platform, because I believe that they're gonna push, as they slowly gravitate away from Subaru doing everything with the 86 platform. They're gonna gravitate more towards the, you know, working on that new engine that they're gonna put in for the MR2, as well as putting a turbocharged engine in the 86, which is what I strongly believe that they're gonna do in the next generation of this car. So, you know, I think that ultimately they're gonna just focus more on that next fiscal year. So I think the smartest thing to do is to do what they just did, which was bring out a older color from the previous gen and just keep everything else the same. And again, like I said, there's no powertrain difference. It's only a minor upgrade from the premium trim with different color wheels and the big brake kit, which is, you know, you could get on the premium now at this point. So nothing crazy, nothing too big. God damn, it's raining pretty hard. But I think that should you buy a new one? No, I'm still gonna say no. If you really want the color that bad, get it wrapped. Hopefully I'm talking loud enough and I don't have to remake this, but if you want the color that bad, get it wrapped. But I think that if you are in the market for a GR86, you could get one used. I would rather you save money and get the car wrapped into the color you want than to go get an edition of a car, you know, that you're gonna mod anyway and change to make your own. again, I guess it depends on what you want, you know. Say if you had that shit before and you just wanted it back just for the sake of wanting it, by all means go for it. But I think they're only making 860 of those anyway, so good luck trying to get one. I hope you do. If you do, hell, let me know, you know. But honestly, I think that just find you a used one. And what is going on over here? Find you a used one. And you know, because most people who get 86s, they change them completely. I'm part of so many communities and on Instagram, Facebook, they never keep them stocked. So getting the cheapest one you can find with low mileage, to me, is still the best way to go. And that's it. I think I covered pretty much everything I needed to cover in this video. But again, you know, I'm not going to advocate you getting a new 86 when you're going to change every single thing about it. And again, unless you get something like a competitive deal on it, sure, go get one with no miles. But I would say go get a used one. People are trading them in left and right now. Get one, make it your own. The cheaper you pay, the more money you can put in parts, and the parts that you want, because not everybody wants to build the same. So, you know, I would just do that. I think you'll be better off in the long run, just being able to get something, you know, below market value and then making it your own, putting more money into it. So that's all I got. I'm gonna try my best to get out this rain. And let me know in the comment section below if you guys are you know, gonna get the new one. What do you think about the Hakone Edition? For those of you who had it before, you know, tell me what you think about the color. I haven't seen it in person, but I've seen a lot of people with the older one with the green. But you know, let me know what you guys think. That's all I got, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.